take 1000. Hey y'all, I'm back. So today we're going to make a haphazard video featuring English paper piecing. Come with me. All right, so here's what we have. Most of these are from Ruby Star Society. If you know, you know. Quilt girlies. We love quilting fabric because it's so yummy. This is one of my favorites. And that are quilting cottons, but this fabric is luxe. Like, it is a lightweight. It's Okotex, so that just means it's made. The dyeing process and stuff, it's more ethical than the norm. It's good for the earth, but I can totally see a dress or a nice blouse out of this. Look at that. Breathable. Let's light in. All right, here's the supplies I bought. This is the template from my Hexies. This is the 1.5 inch template. Oh my gosh. Here we go. There's that. And then these are the papers that I'm gonna glue the fabric to. This will make more sense once I do it. There we go. And then this is a glue stick, just a fancy one. It's a glue pen. And this is cotton thread. This is Eurofil. But from what I read, I might just use the thread that I have because that might get shredded. Okay, so now we're at the cutting table, and the first thing we're gonna do is cut our salvage off. This would be cool if you wanted to save it for another little project. Cut some of it off already. Okay, so that way we can line this up nice and even. Next, we have our template right here. It's 1.5 inches, so it already has the seams in there for you. This is 3 inches. So we need strips that are 3 inches each. And for that, I have my handy dandy styling design ruler from Dritz. But you can use any type of ruler. This already has the markings on it. So we're just gonna make sure everything is lined up nice and neat and even. That looks good. And then we are going to cut it at the 3 inch, and if you'd like to, you can leave a little bit, cut it a little bit above, but you know, I'm gonna cut it right at 3 inches. Always, please, please, please watch your fingers. when you're using a rotary cutter. Okay, we have our 3-inch strip. We can get this out of the way. And of course, if you're making a bunch of these, you're gonna cut multiple strips. Ah! I did not do that right. What happened? See, and this happens sometimes. It's not big enough, so let's go back. Okay, so I don't know where I got 3 inches from, because as you can see, that's a little bit over 3 inches. So it's like 3 and maybe 1/8. Ugh, I hate cutting in odd measurements. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try this again. Line this up. I'm not the type to measure things. It boggles my mind. But we can do this. We can do this. So there's 3. Let's see. Let's get that right at the edge. And I'm gonna do this the easiest way possible. I'm just gonna use the template and put it there. So yeah, that is all lined up. So this should fit this time. Okay, let's see what we got. And of course, I'm not about to waste that good fabric. We will use that for something else. Okay, perfect. It's a little bit bigger, but that is okay. So now that we have our strip, we need to cut around our template. And to do that, I'm going to fold this accordion style so I can cut a few at a time, because I'm not going to be here all day cutting one hexagon at a time. But if you'd like to, by all means, do so. Someone's alarm is going off in the background. So I think this will get me at least like 5. Let me make sure it's in place good before I cut. And now we're going to cut, of course, watching your fingers. And when cutting these, this is when that little like Lazy Susan type cutting board comes in handy. I think I'm going to purchase one, because now I see, I'm like, oh, because you have to kind of like contort your body around this to cut it. And it's especially tricky when you're trying to film it. So okay, let's get that a little bit right there. All right, we're gonna move back over by the light. All right, now that we have our hexies cut out, this is when these little bad boys come in handy. These are our it's like cardstock. This is gonna be the kind of like backing for the hexie, so it can be sturdy enough to sew together. So it's gonna go like this. There we go. That's why people do this. So it's gonna go behind it, and we're gonna fold the edges in glue. And there's our glue stick, or glue pen. The interwebs said these work really good. The quilting girlies swear by these for English paper piecing. And then here's our thread. We're almost there. So now we're going to take our little hexagon, flip it over, take one of our cardboard pieces, put it on top of the hexagon, right in the middle. Take our glue pen, just put a strip around each edge of the hexagon. You don't need a lot. Okay. Ew, this is tacky. I like it. All right, now we're going to gently press down. But when you do this, it does not have to be super tight because we're going to sew the edges. So you want to leave a tiny bit. Get every single edge down there. Oh wait, that glue dried super quick. All right, maybe I need a little bit more. Or maybe I just need to do one edge at a time. Let's see if that works better. So fold, glue, fold, glue. Yeah, I think that does work better. So that's going to be our new cadence. Fold, then glue. Fold, then glue. All right, you're going to go all the way around. Once it's all glued down, it's going to look like this. This is what the back looks like. And this is what the front looks like. Now, once you get enough of these to make a flower, we're going to come back and begin to sew them together. Now that we have our flower, our little hexy flower, you have 6 pieces on the outside, right? Because a hexagon has 6 pieces. And then you have a middle. And you could choose, those are all going to get sewn together like that. You can choose to have your middle the same or have a contrasting fabric for the middle. And then I have my, woo, that's hard to see, my needle and my thread. It is single threaded, so we don't have to double it. And I have cotton thread for now, but use whatever you have on hand. Now when we sew right sides together, we're going to start, you can tuck your knot behind one of those seams. Hey, where'd my knot go? Get it there, put it in again, and we're going to make a knot like this. I don't know what type of knot that is. Maybe a slip knot? I forgot my lingo. Just make sure it's knotted right there, okay? So when you tug, it's not coming out. And you can do that 2 times. All right, once you get started, just pick up a little bit of the fabric and whip stitch through. So I'm gonna try to do this, but make sure you don't lose your thread in the process. Keep it tight, not too tight. I'm definitely gonna go off camera and finish this, but yeah, you're just gonna keep whip stitching up. There we go. Here's what it looks looks like from the front when they're all sewn together. You can barely see the stitches. You're gonna see the stitches a little bit. That's normal. There's the back. And yeah, you keep going until you get one whole flower sewn together. And I think instead of cutting this to go to the next one, I'm simply going to go through, because it's probably going to be, let me see, connected to this edge. So I will take my thread and it's hard to do this blindly, go through there, and I came out the top, and then I'll whip stitch along this edge for the next one and keep doing that until I get a full one. And also this edge is going to be sewn in this edge for the middle, and I won't show you one all together until probably after vacation, because that's when I'm going to do this while we're on a road trip. So yeah, I like sewing. It calms my nervous system. It helps strengthen my hands, and it keeps your mind nimble. So try it. English paper piecing, quilting, whatever. And you don't have to get all the fancy stuff. You can surely use what you got. For instance, you can use a glue stick. I use glue sticks all the time, and when this runs out, guess what I'm going to be using? A regular school glue stick. You can use scraps for your fabric, whatever you have on hand. A needle and thread, most people have that around the house. If you don't, you might want to. And for these little things, you can go on the internet and look up Hexagon templates and print and cut them out. Get some cardstock and do that. And you can even use this for the template. You just cut a little bit, you leave about 1/4 of an inch, whatever estimate, around it, and then put it on, glue it, and get the sewing. So there you have it, English paper piecing hexies. Let me know if you try. Toodles.